Morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've just pulled up to the Rising Sun Country Park in Newcastle and I thought I'd just come for a walk, to be honest. I might go to the gym later when Emmanuel finishes work, but I'm not 100% sure, and I just thought it's actually a really nice day. So why don't I just get myself out, get my legs moving and go for a walk. So that is what we are doing. It is Sunday today, so I imagine it's probably going to be quite busy. The car park is quite busy. I seem to remember last time I came to the country park to go for a walk, I came at the same time that park run was starting, and oh my god, that was just a bit chaotic, if I'm honest. But I've got my headphones, I'm going to listen to a podcast and do, I think maybe the medium route. I always end up getting lost. Not lost, but I end up on the wrong route. There is arrows which show you round each colour route in the country park, but for some reason I don't know whether I just miss an arrow or something, but I end up going somewhere completely different, but never mind. So yeah, it's a nice sunny day. I've popped a wash on at home. I put the clothes in this time. Popped a wash on. Oh, there's some kids playing with a Range Rover over there and I can't work out what's going on. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, it's a nice sunny day. So yeah, I've put the wash on so I can get it out on the line when I get back. Gonna listen to a podcast and have a nice morning walk. It is also surgery day on Tuesday, which means that I've got 2 days now before I have my operation. Now this is, I believe I was filming the same thing. I said the same thing anyway, this time last week. And then it got cancelled, so hopefully that is not the case this time, and that I actually have it on Tuesday, because you kind of rearrange your life a little bit, don't you, around things like this, and then for it to get cancelled last minute was very frustrating, but it happens. So yeah, 2 days pre-op again. So I just kind of want to get out, enjoy the walks, etc., because I can't imagine I'll be doing too many of them for a couple of weeks afterwards. Just realised that I'm talking about my surgery. If you're not aware already, or if you're new here, I'm having a laparoscopy, which is keyhole exploratory surgery to attempt to diagnose endometriosis. It's something that's been going on for years, and yeah, it's one of those ones where you just don't really know how it's going to go, whether it's going to be the answer that you want, or if getting the diagnosis is good because now you know what it is. But then obviously getting a diagnosis also means that you have to adapt to the fact that you now have this thing that is untreatable and will affect you for the rest of your life. I mean, there are ways to make it easier, but it'll never not be a thing. So, and then obviously the other side of it is if they don't find it, then what has been causing all these symptoms, all this pain, all this exhaustion, all these symptoms, I then have to think, well, what could it be then? Because they're not just going to go away just because I don't get a diagnosis. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a lot to think about. Quick 20 minutes, nothing major. I was wanting to do one of the longer routes. I ended up skipping through and doing a slightly shorter one because I need the toilet, which is so frustrating because I literally went before I left. I thought if I don't go before I leave, I'm going to need the toilet halfway around. I need it anyway. It's because I keep trying to up my water intake and my bladder's just not keeping up with me at the minute, so fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to head home, have some breakfast, and do a quick sweep of the house. I think I want to organise the shoe rack today because that's a yeah, that is just that. Breakfast made. I've got oats with pumpkin seeds and blueberries. There's something quite odd to me about making oats with oat milk. I don't know what it is. Like, it feels a little bit wrong, but it's actually delicious. It's really creamy. Like, it's a really creamy consistency. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna have my breakfast. Clothes are out. I'm hoping that they might dry in time so that I can get the bedding out as well, because it's Sunday. That's the day that I change all my bedding and towels. I should be able to get it out because that should dry soon, and then I've got the afternoon for the bedding to dry, because I like to put the bedding on like a hot long wash so that it's properly disinfected. But yeah, I'll just have my breakfast first though. It is about time for this. It's one of those things, it's just, we just shove our shoes in, forget about them, but there are a few pairs that I really don't need in there. Emmanuel reckons that he needs all his shoes to be here. Not sure I agree, but you know, we're gonna just tidy them up for now, and yeah. So I think I'm just gonna kind of bring everything out and then put things back in and just leave the ones that I don't think I want in here anymore. It should start to look a little bit better. I feel like if I had proper shoe storage, like this is proper shoe storage, but I don't know, people have suggested having like either a curtain or like something to cover this area with, but I just feel like it would make the room look so much smaller, and I don't know what's better, having it slightly messy or having it look small. I don't know. We're not really bothered about making that purchase, if that makes sense, but yeah, let's just give it a tidy, and then I don't know, it'll just look a bit nicer, won't it? I'm also watching on the telly. I've actually got it. I've got it on YouTube. It's the Princess Diaries. You know, Princess Andre has her own reality TV show now, which I'm all for. Go on, girl, make a career for yourself. But yeah, I thought I could just have that on in the background whilst I was doing this. I love having something on in the background, like a podcast, like sometimes music, but usually something that I can kind of concentrate with, if that makes sense. So I can listen to that and kind of concentrate whilst doing this. So yeah, let's crack on. There we go. So there is still an excess of shoes in there, but it looks better than it did, so I'll take that. I thought I would run through my entire hair care routine. That's the word I'm looking for. Routine. In the hope that you guys might be able to provide some recommendations. Not for everything, just because I feel like, sorry, I'm just getting comfy. I feel like some of my hair care is good and I'm quite happy with it, but any recommendations are welcome. So I've got 2 lots of shampoo and conditioner, because honestly, so I've got the UK Hair shampoo and conditioner. Now this is, I believe, the same company as UK Lash that do the lash growth serum stuff. So I'm hoping that this is good. It says for longer, fuller and healthier looking hair. And I think, so far, I think this is good, but I don't use this, I use this every shower, but I don't use this on its own, which I know sounds strange, but I also use the Colour Wow Colour Security shampoo and the Colour Security conditioner. So this, I believe, is a clarifying shampoo which gets rid of the residue on your scalp and stuff, which I think is supposed to be really good, especially for if you have a lot of product build-up. So I tend to use this first and then this on my second shampoo. not the conditioner, sorry, the shampoo. I tend to use this first, the shampoo, and then this second as like a second shampoo, and then I just kind of alternate between these two. I'm also using, oh, I forgot to bring it out. Hang on. Right. I'm also using the Philip Kingsley Elasticizer. Now, I got sent this in PR ages ago, and I really like it. You put it on before washing your hair, so your hair's supposed to be damp, and then you put this on, and you can leave it on overnight, which I think I like. Which I like doing that. So I pop this on probably like every other wash at the minute. Or maybe every 3 wash, I don't know, just whenever I fancy. Whenever my hair's starting to feel a bit dry, I'll pop this on, leave it on overnight, and then wash it off in the morning. Now, this is where I might need some recommendations, aside from this one. I've actually just bought this, and this was a TikTok recommendation, to be fair. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this. It's the Kerastase Nutritive 8-Hour Magic Night Serum, and I just put it through the ends before I go to bed. Now that's if I don't have this in. It's just like an overnight serum, and I think you can just put it on, yeah, you put it on dry hair, so it's fine. And then my heat protectant is this one, which you guys saw me get in my last vlog, the Moroccan Oil Perfect Defense. Like that so far, to be fair. It smells like my hairdresser, because they use the Moroccan oil stuff. And then this is what I need recommendations on, because, sorry, but I've got none of this left. I need a hair oil, like a hair oil that I can put in the daytime. So obviously I've got this for the night time. I need a daytime recommendation. So if you guys have any recommendations for, yeah, I think it's just that one I want a recommendation for. Maybe for like shampoo and conditioners. Are these okay? I mean, I think they're okay. I like them. But if there's anything that's like, I don't want to break the bank, because I feel like I've already got some like expensive stuff there. And don't get me wrong, these ones, the shampoo and conditioners, I'm very, very lucky that I actually got these as free samples. So I haven't had to pay for this, which I'm very, very grateful for, because I believe they are good brands. And if I like them, I will repurchase. So I'm just kind of, you know, gonna give them a proper chance, because I've only been using them for like a week or something, like since I had this done, since I had my hair done. So yeah, that's what I'm currently using with my hair at the minute. Any recommendations, please leave them in the comments. I'm always looking for something new and something nice to put through my hair to try and just completely transform it, basically. Other than, obviously, I just need to get it cut regularly, which I will do every time I get my extensions maintenance. I've said that I want like the ends trimming so that I can keep up with, like, you know, the maintenance that way. So yeah, that is my current hair care routine. Let me know if there's any recommendations in the comments, please. I also just wanted to show you, sorry that we've randomly cut to a clip of my toilet, but I don't know if you remember, a little while ago I was telling you that the flooring was cracked in here because there was a leak. Basically, there was a leak at the back of the cistern of the toilet. So then when like the water in the cistern was rising when you flushed it, like it was leaking under the floor. Anyway, we've fixed that now. So this is all done. The only thing I need to do in here is actually mop, just because we need, like, it's just a little bit dusty still. So I've moved the litter tray and stuff out, and I'm just gonna give this a quick mop. So then it's all done. But on another totally random note when it comes to that is, this flooring, if you recognise it and you might happen to need a box of it, it's called Vintage, I think. We bought one box too many and we can't return it, which is very frustrating. We tried to take a box back and say that, well, obviously we don't need it, can we return it? And they said, basically, because we had to order it from the supplier, that we can't return it. Because it would cost them more to send it back. Anyway, so we've got a whole box of spare tiles of this flooring. We'll be selling them. I'm gonna pop them on Facebook Marketplace, I think, just in case somebody needs them. But yeah, so that's this done. That's another kind of like sigh of relief. We also fixed the shower screen because we're having issues with that leaking. Honestly, this bathroom, it's all fixed now and it's all good. We're great. Yeah, let me just quickly mop this. And then that's one job done.
Welcome, this is your life now. The wasteland where we all take a vow.
later, and I'm just waiting for Emmanuel to get home because we're going to go to the gym tonight, and then we're going to have a really nice tea. Like I said at the start of the video, we are 2 days out from my laparoscopy, fingers crossed. So I just want to have like a nice meal. Honestly, I'm back in that cycle, and this is like not like me at all, I will admit, but I'm back in the cycle where I'm like, oh, I'll get back on it on Monday, or but like in terms of food, you know. And I haven't felt like that in a long time because I've been very like free with my food in terms of like, I don't know, I've been really good at it over the last like, I want to say like 3 years, I don't know. And I think since the wedding and honeymoon, I've kind of, I'm not going to say like gone off, but like I've really taken my own advice in terms of like no limits, essentially. And I think now I need to start looking at kind of what I'm eating, in terms of not only the fact that just like I'm trying this whole dairy and gluten-free thing, but in terms of, you know, healthier choices. So we're gonna have a nice meal tonight, aren't we, Bill? Yes? You flexing your muscles at them. We're gonna have a nice meal tonight, and then I'm just kind of gonna see how it is through recovery after the surgery, and then I think I'm gonna really start like knuckling down. Not knuckling down, I feel like I'm using the complete wrong terminology for how I like live my life in terms of like food freedom. I'm gonna be more conscious of what I'm eating, that's the word. Conscious of what I'm eating after my kind of recovery and things, and then hopefully we can kind of get back onto like me feeling a little bit less like bloated and a little bit like, you know, just better within myself. Gonna go to the gym when Emmanuel gets home, and then have a nice steak tea, and I've also bought us a bottle of wine. So yeah, we're not huge drinkers either, so it's like it sounds really weird, having a nice like steak and chips with a bottle of wine tonight is like us like going all out. Honestly. Right, we're back from the gym, and I've just changed into my pyjamas, obviously, and I've just air fried a steak. Which, like, I know I've been complaining that I can't cook steak properly. This might be the game changer. These were like thin ones though. There's so many chips here. I've made too many chips, but never mind. That's what it looks like. Can you see that? Look at that steak, air fried. It's the fire pit salt and pepper beef steaks. So they're quite like skinny ones, and they did come pre-seasoned, but I also did add the JD seasoning steak rub to it as well, which I've been informed that my code only gets 10% now, even though it used to get 20%, which to me is like defeats the point of my code being just gets 20%. So I'm going to contact them and see if they can change my code, because it's a little bit misleading, is it not? So I'm going to contact them about that. But if you do want JD Seasonings discount, I use them for a lot of things. I've used them on the chips as well, the chips and wedges seasoning. So yeah, lovely. We've got our wine. We went for a white Zinfandel rosé, and yeah, I'm gonna go and enjoy this. We're watching Game of Thrones at the minute. We've just started season 5, episode 1, so we're gonna watch a few episodes of that and then head to bed. But cheers. Chin chin. Thank you so much for watching this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Baby, let me love you, let me